Now, how in the world are you going to look younger just by drinking more water? That's what we're going to get into today. Welcome, gentlemen. Raphael here with Timeless Gents. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I use water to help me look younger. I'm going to talk to you about how I use it to help me with weight management. And I'm going to give you some tips toward the end of the video on how I use hacks to help me reach my water intake, which for men is 120 ounces and 91 ounces for women. Now, how important is water? Well, let's put it into perspective. You can last 2 to 3 months without food. You can last 3 to maybe 4 days without water. It's a huge discrepancy. So if we go days without water and die, what do you think happens when we go hours without water? Let's get into that. Now, the organs most affected by dehydration are your kidneys, your brain, and your heart. Your kidney's primary job is to regulate fluid levels and to filter out waste from our body. So when we are dehydrated and the kidneys don't have sufficient water to do that, then you're going to start experiencing stages of dehydration within the kidneys that can lead to kidney stones, and further down the road can lead to kidney disease. Now, our brain is very susceptible to liquid imbalances. You'll start feeling the stages of dehydration. Initially, your brain will start signaling you by having thirst, dry mouth. Then you'll go into moderate dehydration, which will start with your headaches, kind of a pounding around the head, cognitive fog, feeling very fatigued. Then we'll go into severe dehydration, and that's your body going into shock, specifically your kidneys, which can lead to kidney failure. And then let's move on to the heart. When the heart is dehydrated, it's going to increase your heart rate, which is called tachycardia. You're going to feel palpitations, which is when you'll feel kind of your heartbeat right at your throat. Then it's going to decrease your blood pressure because your body is going to try to find its homeostasis. So if your heart rate is very high, your body is going to regulate that by lowering your blood pressure. The other thing that it does is that it thickens your blood. Our blood is made up of large amounts of water. So when we're dehydrated, your blood is very thick, which can lead to blood clots and heart attacks. So why am I talking to you about organs if this video was how to look younger? Well, which is the largest organ in our body? The skin. So if dehydration causes that kind of impact to our organs of our brain, our heart, and our kidneys, what do you think is happening to our skin, the largest organ in our body? When your skin is dehydrated, one of the things that it starts doing is because it's so dry, it'll start secreting from your sebaceous glands sebum, and that is the oil that you'll find on oily skin when it's really dry, because it's trying to compensate back to the homeostasis that your body tries to produce. It's going to compensate by increasing oils, which is going to increase clogged pores, which is going to lead to acne. The other thing that will happen is that you'll have very, very, very dry skin around the thin areas of our body, around the eyes, which is going to lead to easy cracking of the skin and leading to wrinkles. And it's going to decrease the elasticity of your skin. To turn this around, when we drink water, when we meet our 120 plus ounces of water, we're going to increase the elasticity around our eyes and around our skin in general. You're going to improve the hydration of your skin, which is going to make it look more taut, and also it's going to minimize the risk of pimples. You're also going to reduce the sagginess of your skin. And in a moment, I'm going to talk to you about how I use water to help with weight management. So when you lose weight, but you're not taking care of your skin through hydration, then your skin's going to sag, because along with the weight loss and there's no pulpness to the eyes, it's going to drop. You're going to have that sagginess around your eyes. So along with keeping up with your hydration to help your skin, you can also use hydration as a weight loss management. Well, I'm not saying that drinking water is a weight loss miracle, but absolutely you can use it as a tool to assist with your hunger modulation. So if you drink water before your meal, you're going to notice that you're a little bit fuller, so you're not going to eat as much. If you drink water with your meal, as opposed to a soda or sugary drinks, then that's going to help you reduce calories. So there have been studies shown that when you drink water before and with your meal, you consume 75 less calories per meal. Another thing you can do is that when you're eating your meals, you can eat meals that have some greens in them, which will extract some water, as well as some fruits and vegetables. An example of some of those fruits and vegetables would be watermelon, cantaloupe for your vegetables, lettuce, celery. But you want to avoid your sugary drinks. No, you do not substitute water with soda and with teas. You want it to be specifically water. And you want to avoid drinks that have a lot of syrup in them, because that's going to be your fructose. It's going to increase your sugar on that, and it's going to increase your calorie intake. As I've said in previous videos, meeting my water intake is the hardest pillar I've had to do of the ones I'm going over with you. Some of the things that I do to try to meet my water intake, first thing I'll do is I'll have an 8-ounce glass of water by my nightstand, or I'll have a glass of water by the coffee maker. Before each meal, I'll have a glass of water. I try my hardest to have a glass of water during my meals, or I frequently try to have some type of vegetable or fruit with my food. During the day, I'll take a large jug of water with me. So guys, if you can purchase one for 64 ounces, fill it up twice. Or if you're lucky enough to have one of those huge ones that hit 128 ounces, that's a little too much for me to carry around with. So try to find the 64-ounce one and then fill it up twice. I have a 44-ounce one that I fill up 3 times to meet my water intake. But what I find is that if I'm drinking water throughout the day with in the morning, using that hack of drinking it before I start my day, drinking water before my meals and during my meals, then I find that I'm not having to just drink 128 ounces straight from a jug. I've kind of filled it in with different fruits, vegetables, and waters throughout the day. I think you'll find, gentlemen, that if you follow these hacks, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to meet your water intake. We're going through all these pillars and we're talking about eating healthier, we're talking about sleeping well, we're talking about working out, but drinking enough water is going to be a huge tool in your toolbox to help you look and feel younger. So those are the hacks that I use to try to help me out, guys, and I think if you'll try them, it'll help you reach your water intake, and you're going to notice that if you do this frequently enough, you're going to start noticing improvement in your skin. You're going to start noticing that you're not having to eat as much because you're helping yourself feel satiated with water as opposed to just food. And try it out, guys, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys and see if this is working out for you. In the next video, what we're going to talk about is how to improve your skin through skincare, and that'll be the fourth pillar, which is going to lead us to our final one, which is improving your style. Thanks, guys, and see you on the next one.